We are headed out to this same field that we've been doing quite a bit of hunting in here lately. And first, before I forget, I have to say a huge shout out to Texas Bow Hunter. He's a viewer of the channel, and if you guys remember several videos back, I was complaining about the piece of junk tripod that I have, and he was kind enough to send me an extra tripod that he had laying around for me to use. So a huge shout out to him. Thanks so much, man, for sending that over my way. I'm actually using it right now, and we're headed out into this field to have James with Have Dominion Outdoors right here in front of me.
What's up, guys?
And here he is. And oh goodness, we got some trail camera pictures at like 6:15 or so this afternoon of pigs at the feeder, and it has been incredibly nasty, rainy, wet, and cold weather here lately, like the last 3 or 4 days, and so we're headed to take advantage of that in this field. It should be nice and soft. We've got a pretty decent wind. A light mist is falling on us, and we're gonna sneak in here. And another thing that I wanted to mention was I saw some of those trail camera pictures, and that black and white spotted one that I whiffed was in the group. So she is still alive and kicking, and I'm gonna try to finish what I started last week. So I get questions all the time. People ask, well, or they'll say, I've heard this said a lot, oh, you won't ever see hogs when it's raining outside. You won't ever shoot hogs when it's raining. There's a guy that I used to hunt with all the time, and it'd be raining, or it'd be on a night like this, and it's just kind of drizzly and nasty. And I'd be like, hey, let's go out and try to shoot some pigs. No, there ain't gonna be no pigs moving. It's raining.
Dude, I'd like to know who said that later, because that's ridiculous.
I'll tell you. So, and you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I think I do.
Well, anyway, like, I think I've shot more pigs, or just as many pigs, on a rainy, gloomy day than I have on a sunshiny day. I mean, they just love to move in this kind of stuff. And the ground's soft, and him and I were texting before we came out here, and I was like, hey, you wanna go check the field? And he was like, yeah, I can almost promise you that there's going to be pigs out in it. And so we came all the way down this fence line and worked up and saw a ton of deer. And then we're scanning around because we see some eyes on the end of this fence over here. And then we look out to the right, and boom, there they were. So we found the hogs. We knew that they were going to be out here. And I mean, I'm not soaked, but
No.
I mean, it's kind of damp, so.
Yeah, I think our cameras are probably okay. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've killed more pigs with a bow on nights like tonight than any other kind of weather. And really, I mean, that one night I killed 4 in one night, and it was just like this.
And I was supposed to go with you. I ended up, I don't remember why I didn't go, but anyway, the ground's soft and all the grass is wet. It's been raining for like 2 or 3 days now, so everything was real quiet. We could sneak up really easily and not make too much noise. And it's dark, of course, because it's overcast, and so it just made for perfect conditions.
Well, guys, it was a good hunt. I hit mine right where I wanted to and dropped it. And I've never seen a pig do that. Have you ever done that with a bow?
I never have.
They usually always run a little ways.
Yeah.
But he just, I mean, he did the death dance and died. It was pretty awesome. So, well, we thought Bradley's was dead. I mean, we watched the footage back. We watched it in slow motion. I mean, it went right through the vitals, and we started tracking it. And I even joked at one point it was a Ray Charles blood trail because it was so easy to follow. We were just walking with a flashlight and following it. And we came to a pool of blood, and we should have known right then to back out because that usually means they've laid down. And if you leave them alone, they'd have died. So obviously we didn't give it long enough before we started tracking it. And after that, it's still good blood. We traced it all the way through the thick stuff. I mean, I'm covered from head to toe with mud. We found another place where we think it may have bedded down. Looks like we bumped it a couple times. It's dead. Bradley's going to come back tomorrow, I think, and look for it. We're cold. It's wet. We had to take our jackets off to cover up our cameras because it was raining. And that's just the ropes, man. I mean, you lose them sometimes, and I know Bradley hates it.
Yeah.
But also know that pig's dead, and that's good for the farmer. That's good for the rancher who owns this place and runs cattle on it. So it's always fun to hunt with Bradley. It always has been. Honestly, I started videoing my hunts because it was cool to watch his arrows fly in slow motion. I thought, man, that would really help me know where my shot hit and how long, to wait before I started tracking an animal or whatever. And then I just started throwing mine up on YouTube.
And I feel like we gave it plenty of time after we reviewed the footage, and we were piddling around here for a minute looking at this hog, and then took off and went and looked at it. I mean, at least 15-20 minutes, which 90% of the time that's sufficient. That does that amount of time, usually long enough for them to run off and die. But I guess that one just had a will to survive, just like the little piglet did the other night, and just kept going and kept going and kept going. And they're tough animals. I mean, they're probably one of the toughest animals in the world, no doubt. They're tough, and they'll go and go and go and go and go.
My guess is we debated on whether or not to turn the white lights on, and white lights will typically scare off pigs. And my guess is that pig was bedded down. And when we started scanning the field with that white light, it spooked it,
I didn't think
and it
about
jumped
that.
up and ran.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
Good thought.
that's probably what happened if I had to guess, because it was right over here. I mean, we've drugged this pig off the edge of the field, just not laying in the middle of the field, and the pool of blood's not very far behind us, where it laid down the first time.
Yeah, the pig I shot didn't run any further than about 50 yards at most. I mean, it was just right there to right there.
If that,
So,
yeah, maybe 30 even. We should have backed out. I mean, when we saw that first pool of blood, we should have backed out and gave it another hour. Because what we ended up doing is, I mean, I bet we tracked it, easily 200,
at least, yeah.
250 yards.
Yeah. If not more.
And it's gonna die. I mean, you'll see on the footage, it's a kill shot.
It's right through the vitals. And it's just frustrating because that's like my second or third one that I've shot while stalking, and I don't want to be upset with myself for this one because I put the arrow exactly where I wanted it. I mean, it was perfect, but it's just the fact that I can't seem to recover a black and white spotted hog on this property. I don't know what it is.
Well, we started tracking at 8 p.m. and it's 10:30, so I mean, we literally tracked that hog for 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I mean, we really gave it a good go.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe we didn't find it.
Yeah. We try to do that too. I mean, whenever we shoot something, we give it our best effort to go find it and recover it, and you know, depending on what it is, process it, eat it, which we do most of the time. And then there's some times where we'll track for 5 minutes and find it, and that's just the name of the game sometimes. I mean, sometimes you can spend 2 hours searching and finally find it, or you can spend 2 minutes and find it.
Sometimes you see it drop in the field.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times does that happen on
Yeah.
his videos where it's right out in the field dead?
Right.
It is what it is, and bow hunters know that that's a risk we take. And really, rifle hunting's no different. I mean, I've chased rifle. We chased a pig one night, 400 yards with good blood. And we did that. We came upon a bed twice that we didn't back out on, and never found the pig. So they have a tenacious will to live.
Yep.
And they'll run forever. Even with double lungs, they'll run forever. So
even a heart shot too.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, but it was a good hunt, and now we have more incentive to come back and hunt together because we
Yeah.
really want to film this outro with 2 pigs laying dead here. That's our new goal. Is 2 pigs dead in the field, so we can film our outro next to
Yeah,
it.
and I thought that was gonna happen tonight.
I did too,
Oh.
man. And then, well, for a while, and then I thought, well, we're gonna have to film 2 outros because we're gonna have to film one with his hog and one with mine. But
Oh, well.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're
It's
gonna go ahead.
It's still a ton of fun.
Yeah,
Either way, more fun than last time because at least I know that this one is gonna die. And
yeah.
the other one's still running around. So.
And you know what? I said early in the video I thought that was this white spotted hog, but I think this is a different group altogether. I think this may have been like a bachelor group of boars.
Yeah, because I've never seen this group.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, that's at least 3 different groups that we know of
Yep.
out here, possibly more.
So the younger boars will stay together like that. When you get a big lone boar, it's usually a little bit older. So this is a pretty big bodied pig, but it has terrible teeth, has terrible cutters. So anyway, thanks for coming with me again, man.
It was awesome.
Appreciate it, and I'm gonna go home and get cleaned up.
Me too.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll
Yep.
see you on the next one.
Alright guys, I just wanted to jump in here and say one last thing before I close this video out, and I wanted to tell you guys to take this video as a learning video from my experience and from what happened to me tonight. And what happened was, like I said, or like what James said, you know, towards the end of the video, was we gave that hog a good 15-20 minutes, fully expected it to be laying there dead whenever we walked up on it. And they're tough animals. I mean, sometimes 15-20 minutes isn't long enough for them to die. And I'd say about 80% of the time, that's sufficient time for them to run off and die, and you can go and recover them. It sucks, you know, because I've shot like 3 or 4 black and white spotted hogs on that property in the last 2-3 weeks, last month. And I can't seem to recover one. Like, that's what's frustrating me so much. And I know on that spot and stalk hunt back 3 or 4 weeks ago on that big boar, I know that I put a good shot on that hog. Couldn't find a blood trail and never found the hog. The little black and white spotted one, that little dude, I don't know what happened to it. You know, it ran forever and ever and ever and ever, and a coyote or something had to have picked it up, or an owl or something, I don't know. And then this hog tonight, you know. And also that sow from a couple videos ago. That sow that I shot and just whiffed her. I mean, I made a bad shot. That was my fault. But this pig tonight, like, perfect shot. Perfect. I couldn't have made it any better of a shot. I couldn't have asked for any better of an arrow. And, I mean, I put it right in there where it needed to go. And, unfortunately, we bumped it. And I've known this for years now, because of several experiences in the past, and I know that whenever I see a big pool of blood like that, it's time to turn around and walk out and give that animal plenty of time to die. But with the shot that I put on it and the amount of blood that there was on the ground, we kept going. We kept pushing forward. And that was a mistake. We bumped it again multiple times, I believe, and it's gonna die. I mean, it's dead right now. You know, I am at home after the shot, and that pig is dead, no doubt in my mind. I'm gonna go back tomorrow, and I will film this. I'm just frustrated. Like, it's aggravating to go out and put a perfect shot on a hog, on a really, really cool black and white spotted hog, and then not recover it. You know, it's frustrating. And I'm not mad at myself for my shooting. You know, I was in a little bit of a shooting slump, but I'm up out of it now, and I'm shooting better now than I have in months. I just took some time out in the backyard, practicing a little bit, and getting myself back where I needed to be, and kind of trimming up those rough edges a little bit. But I mean, again, it was perfect arrow placement. I couldn't have asked for a better shot. The part where we messed up was going to track that animal, and we went too early. There's just nothing else to it. And I was talking with a guy in the comment section on one of my videos a while back, and he was saying, you know, a perfect lung shot or heart shot deer can run up to 500-600 yards. Absolutely not. I do not believe that. Now, here's what I do think, and this is completely based off my opinion. Whether you guys agree or not, that's fine. But here's what I'm saying: is if you put a perfect double lung shot or heart shot on an animal, they are not going to run any further than 200 yards max, and that's a very high number. Every animal that I've ever double lung shot or heart shot and given it ample amount of time or plenty of time to die has never ran more than 100 yards on me, ever. And that's from years and years of bow hunting and making good and bad shots. Now, what happened to me was we bumped it, and that's our fault. But and whenever you think you give it enough time, that happens sometimes. You know, you take off walking and go look for it, and it ends up not being dead. And so even though we thought we had given it enough time to die, it needed a couple more minutes, and that happens. That's part of hunting. That's part of bow hunting. That's just the ropes, like James said. I mean, sometimes things go the way you want them to go, and sometimes they don't. So I'm ready to keep pushing forward. I'm ready to keep shooting my bow. Tri-X comes in on Monday. I'm super excited to get that thing set up and started shooting. And for you guys, for y'all, and for myself as well, I will put a black and white spotted hog on the ground. I will recover it, and we will take lots of pictures and look at those awesome things that are running around out there, because there's tons of them, and they're so unique. They're so cool. And I think if I shot one that looks like the one that I shot tonight, a possible full body mount would be in order, because those things are just so, like, you don't see that very often. You don't see a hog colored like that hardly ever, and there's plenty of them running around. So again, I just want to apologize for not producing. You know, it's frustrating. I hate going out, and I hate shooting animals and not recovering them. But that's part of it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no excuses. And we gave it our best. We tracked for a good 2.5 hours looking for that thing and followed blood. I mean, we were on our hands and knees at some point, crawling and going through mud and going through sticks and going through brush and doing our absolute best to recover the animal that we shoot, or the animals that we shoot, because they deserve that. It's just out of respect for the animal. So all in all, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be putting a black and white spotted hog on the ground very soon. It's going to happen, whether it happens with my bow that I have right now or the Tri-X. It will be happening, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to recover one. I don't care if I shoot it, make a perfect shot on it like I did this pig tonight. I will back out, give it an hour, go find it. There's nothing else. I mean, nothing else I have to say about it. That's what's going to happen. And so I appreciate you guys watching so much. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for keeping my spirits lifted in the comment section, because I know sometimes it's difficult for me to video some of this stuff and put it out there for you guys, and even though I'm not actually producing. But anyway, link down below will be custom archery accessories if you guys want to jump over there and check them out. use promo code 4B_bowhunting_outdoors. I will leave that little promo code right here. That gets you guys 20% off. Everything you guys buy will help support me and this channel, and I would really, really appreciate it if you guys at least jumped over there and checked them out at customarcheryaccessories.com. They have pretty much everything you need. They do custom bow work, custom strings, the whole 9 yards. I could tell you guys all about it, but it would be so much better if you jumped over there and checked it out and ordered something yourself. So also, my Instagram will be linked down below at 4B Bowhunting Outdoors if you guys want to jump over there and give me a follow and keep up with me over there as well. Thank you guys for watching. Big hunt coming up this weekend. I've got an axis hunt with Dylan Engage from Rock Bluff Outdoors, and I'm super excited about it. You guys want to stay tuned for that. I've also got a magnet fishing video coming out for you guys, which I haven't done that in several months, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that and are just as excited about it as I am, because we filmed that video today and it turned out awesome. So that's all I've got. I'll quit blabbing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.